Hello, everyone. Welcome into the hospitality room presented by Mascot Media. Bobby Swofford, Blair Cartwright with you as we count down the days to the holiday. Big plans, Mr.
Lot,
Swofford?
lots and yeah, lots of travel. Unfortunately, have to go to Texas this weekend. Going to Oklahoma next weekend. Uh, the sister and the nephews are coming to our house for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Collins basketball games over the break as well.
Oh,
So there's not
nice.
gonna, even though today is the last day in the office for me, there's not going to be a lot of downtime.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good. You need to stay
Yeah,
busy. Yeah.
I got to make some money for all the money that we spent.
Well, there is that. Yeah. No, they didn't tell us that part in the wedding vows.
No, they didn't.
Or they kind of snuck in a clause that it didn't mention the financials. So
Yeah, I wish. I don't know if I had advice for anyone getting married, make sure that their family lives close. Otherwise, you're just going to be spending the rest of your life traveling, and it's
yes,
annoying.
yes,
I
yes,
like the family; the in-laws are fine, but driving 5 hours each way, especially doing it on a weekend, like down on a Friday, back on a Sunday, is awful.
yeah. It shoots the whole weekend.
It does.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, and you have to leverage. You need to leverage that into getting like Sirius XM or something, so you can listen to ball games while you're driving. Which, of course, is probably going to get you in further trouble because you're not having conversation. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no.
you
Instead,
can't win.
we listen to Dateline first, so she can find what new ways to murder me.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you end up missing, um, it'll be coming to NBC.
It'll be likely somewhere between on Interstate 30 between Hope and um, the DFW Metro.
Ooh. Okay.
It's generally where I get a little agitated.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. All right. Well, with that, let's get into our headlines. We're going to talk a little Razorback football, which
Okay.
is good and bad. Here's I want to get your reaction to this. We've all heard it, but the comments from Mr. Pittman on the portal. He actually did talk. Hold on.
Been a lot of decision making. The portal comes two different ways. It comes by guys wanting to explore opportunities to go play somewhere where maybe they're not able to play here. There's the first one. The other one is financially. Obviously, they want to explore what their opportunities may be somewhere else financially. And then us as a staff, we've got to make all those decisions on whether the financial asking price is what we determine the value of the player is. And if it is, then we try to keep them here. If it's not, then obviously we wish them well. And if it's strictly about the financial piece, then uh, um, we know at that point we'd be out of it. I do want to be very specific here. We have money. Our donors have been very good financially to us. Revenue sharing coming up here in July. We have money. It's we're not losing these kids because we don't have money. We're losing them because uh, what our value is per to what maybe they can get elsewhere has been at times substantially different. We were a 6-6 football team, and we've got money, and so we need to use it wisely. We have 29 visits already set up coming out of the portal. What's hard, I think, probably on the fan base is that we know more about who's in the portal than probably anybody does. The availability of us getting them, and so basically it comes down to those two things, Tom. And if we weren't able to match what the number was out there nationally for somebody, then we were saying, hey, we believe that we can go get somebody as good or somebody or two somebodies for that amount of money. Been
Whoops.
A lot of
Let me get him
decision
off of
making.
here.
You know,
Hold
the
on,
portal
Sam.
comes two different.
Enough. Okay. A lot
Nail
to
on the head.
unpack there.
Nail on the head. Sam Pittman finally came out and said what 99% of football fans, I'm not just Arkansas fans, but
Yeah.
football fans don't know is schools are overpaying players who aren't worth the money.
Oh yeah.
And Arkansas, a 6-6 football team, losing 25 to 30 players to the transfer portal is not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? You lost 6 games of these players. Maybe they're not nearly as good as we all think they're going to be. And today is as we're recording this on December the 19th, a little before 2:00.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing today that sometimes not signing that superstar in your state isn't a bad thing either. Because guess what? He's going to be in the transfer portal of the year. Courtney Crutchfield, the number 1 player from Arkansas, all of a sudden signs with Missouri. The sky's falling. Oh my gosh, we can't sign anybody. And now he's available. So to
Well, it's
me,
supposedly coming to Arkansas.
maybe
Allegedly.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, seeing this and hearing what he had to say about, hey, we're going to use our money wisely and we're a 6-6 football team, could not be more, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
nail on the head, hit it out of the park. This is exactly what people need to hear.
Yeah. Well, it's odd to hear anyone associated with college athletics imply any sort of financial responsibility because
Yeah.
there's been none up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
I get letting it walk if a kid is wanting more than what his. I mean, we see it all the time in the business world. You think you're worth more? Well, go get it. Kudos to you.
Yep.
The most surprising thing to me though was the fact that he said, "Oh, we have money.
Yeah.
We've got money." When all we ever hear from the athletic director and everybody else is, "We don't have any money, and we
Yeah.
need your money." Greg Byrne yesterday griping about Alabama. "We don't have enough money. We need your money." I mean, it's. So who do we believe? Do they have money? Do
Yeah.
they not have money? Do they need money? Of course, they're not going to turn down money.
Well, so there's 2 things with that, and I don't want to go down too far down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
Sam Pittman in football has money.
Yes.
Coach Cal in basketball has money.
Nobody
Mike
else
Neighbors
does.
in women's basketball has squadoosh, and it
Zero.
shows because they're god awful.
Yeah, which is why everybody left.
Yes, and they're awful. Get blown out by Liberty.
Yeah, not good.
I mean, I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but Hunter Yurachek has to ask for money because he knows that the women's basketball team is at an unacceptable level. He's got to continue to pay soccer players to stay there. He's got to go after get tennis and all this and baseball and softball, blah, blah, blah. Football and basketball are fine. So there's other sports that need the money that Yurachek's asking for.
Which they probably wouldn't get if you said that's where the money needs to go.
Correct. That is correct.
Because football.
That's why when Yurachek says, hey, we need money, that he's talking about the university needs money. He'd never come out and said, oh my gosh, we need extra $2 million for the men's basketball team. Never.
True, but the implication is we need more money. Of course, everybody always needs more money. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's kind of a slippery slope. I think though it's kind of backfired on them because you can't go to anything and not hear, not get the panhandle approach. Yeah. And I think it's turned a lot of fans off. And they haven't clued into the fact that maybe they need to back off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, today was a really good day for Arkansas football. It was. I mean, I know that interview where I'm not talking about that interview, but like they land 2 big time offensive linemen, one from Central Florida, one from Georgia Tech, both who started in Power 5 conferences. Both are automatically going to start as soon as they walk on campus. That's called spending your money wisely. Overpaying for a tight end who is constantly injured, or at least has been constantly injured, may not be the best idea of spending your money. And I understand that everybody's losing their mind that Luke Hasz goes to Ole Miss, but guess what? He hasn't been available. Your best ability is your availability, and when you're not healthy, I don't know that you can tell yourself, "Oh, I'm going to overspend for this."
Well, and all these cats keep going to Ole Miss. It's like there's only one.
They're not winning anything either.
I mean, how they got enough roster spots for all these guys? It's crazy, and they're still going to end up in the CarQuest Bowl or wherever it is they're going.
They are, and we're going to see, and we're seeing the graphics today of one of the players that Arkansas signed. It's his third college. Jalen Catalon announced today that he's entering the transfer portal, probably going to go to Purdue and play for Odom. It's going to be his fourth college.
He's still got eligibility?
Yeah, apparently. And now with the new junior college rules, or the law that was passed today,
Yes.
how long is it going to take us to see a player play for 6 different schools in 6 years?
Yeah, and that brings us to our next one is total chaos. Yeah, if the junior college years don't count,
It's asinine. How in the world can I go play 2 years of college athletics? Because,
Yeah.
oh, by the way, the co in JUCO means college.
yes.
How can I go play 6 years of college athletics and still be eligible?
Well, it just becomes a prep school, does it not?
Yes,
The JUCO
absolutely.
experience?
So now, and I know that they're not junior college anymore, but most people who watch the show are going to know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But UA Fort Smith used to be West Star. If
Yep.
they were still a 2-year school at junior college, there's no way that Coach Cal couldn't say, everybody who doesn't qualify academically, go here for a year, go be a super team, and we'll still pay you. You're still part of the university branch. And all of a sudden, we've now got our own minor league system or a feeder system. That's what
Yeah.
junior college is about to become, because that's going to happen with junior colleges and universities. So if there's a JUCO within 200 miles of your school, your college, that's about to become an instant feeder school.
Oh, yeah, especially if the time there doesn't count
Correct.
on their it's I don't know. The courts are going to have to figure all this out.
Yeah.
It's beyond chaos. So, with chaos coming, let us get to the picks cuz man,
Saturday, just pump it into my veins.
oh, well,
I'm ready for Saturday.
It actually starts tomorrow night. I mean, the
Yeah.
playoff is here. It is hard to imagine, but it is here.
But I mean,
And
I even including the 2 NFL games that are on Saturday. I mean, we got 5 big-time football games on Saturday. I am pumped. And they're
Yeah, and
staggered out
snow.
nicely.
Snow.
Yeah. it's
Snow
gonna be great.
is predicted at 3 of the 4 venues. So it starts Indiana at Notre Dame, the
Yeah.
first ever playoff game in D1. Notre Dame 7-point favorite.
Yeah, the no respect train continues for Indiana, and we're going to see big spreads for all 4 of these first round playoff games. I think Indiana is going to be able to score enough. I'm still convinced that Notre Dame has not played a schedule worthy of being in the college football playoff. I think the same thing about Indiana, though, so it's probably fitting that these two play each other. Indiana is going to find a way to keep it close. I don't know that they can win it, though, but I'll take the Hoosiers to cover.
I'm with you. The Hoosiers may very well win. No, I just don't see Notre Dame winning by 7 points. That's
Can Indiana stop the run is going to be the biggest question mark.
well, and Indiana's got all the motivation they need. You know, chip on the shoulder, in-state school,
Yep.
and I don't know if Notre Dame's ready for that. We'll see. Penn State, they're going to have a whiteout. They expect snow. The Ponies, do the Ponies run in the snow? 8.5.
Yeah, SMU is really a team that's built all on speed. And I think the weather conditions and the ability to, or the inability to run and stop the run is going to be really key in this contest. I like Penn State to win. I think Penn State wins comfortably. This bumping up to 8.5 kind of worries me a little bit, though. I could see a garbage time touchdown with SMU keeping this one close. So I'm going to go SMU to cover, but I don't have much confidence for them to go on the road and actually win it outright.
I'm torn if they cannot get off to a bad start like they did in the SEC championship game. Pure and simple. Penn State's without their backup quarterback. He's in the portal. He's not available. Their quarterback goes down. Who knows? James Franklin. It's a big game.
It's true. Yeah.
He doesn't do well.
Yeah.
So I will take the Ponies and the points as well. Clemson, I couldn't believe this line. 12.
12, yeah. Talking 2 touchdowns, but I mean, I'm assuming this is one of the venues that's not expecting snow.
This would be
deep
the
in
only
heart
one.
of Texas. Yeah.
Yes.
I think the break really is going to help Texas. The time off, to lick the wounds a little bit from the SEC championship game. Clemson is playing much, much better of late. We have to admit that. They're not SEC good. I'll take Texas.
Ooh. Okay. I will take Clemson in the points, and it wouldn't shock me to see Clemson eke it out on like a field goal. One,
Mm-hmm.
they got a kicker. Two, they play good defense. Texas struggles against good defense. I don't know if we know how good the Texas defense is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And they haven't been there before, and Dabo has. So I don't know. I can't stand them. So I'm going to pick against them. So that's the wrong one. There we go. Tennessee at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Pretty big time match. 7.5 at the
Yeah,
shoe.
and geographically, this can't be that far from each other, right? I mean,
No.
it was a couple-hour drive.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason this one's in prime time on Saturday night. I think we all expect this to be the best one. To
Yes.
me, the hook is too much. So I'll take Tennessee to cover. Tennessee really since the Arkansas game, it really started with the Oklahoma game the week before
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas played them. Hasn't been that explosive, crazy good offense. But Dylan Sampson's a really, really good running back. And I think as long as they feed him the football, they're going to have a chance to keep it close and maybe win it late.
Teams figured out how to play them. Arkansas
Mm-hmm.
and Oklahoma showed that. But Tennessee has made a little bit of adjustment and gone to the running game. And their
Mm-hmm.
defense is pretty. Ohio State, man, I just don't know what to think. But we
They
do
can't
know
score.
if
Offensively, they're not very good.
no, and if Tennessee wins and tries to plant a flag, well, that's a felony. And someone's doing time. Can you imagine being in a cell? Hey, what'd you do? Oh, I robbed a bank. What'd you do? I planted a flag after my football
What is
team
going
won a
on with
game.
politics? So in Ohio, we got nothing better to do than make a bill about this. In Oklahoma, they're trying to pass a bill where they got to force the Division II colleges to play each other, not the Arkansas schools, create their own
Really?
conference. Yeah, they're trying to bail on the GAC and create their own league because they're getting beat by 1,000 by Harding and Washita Baptist. Like, oh, we got to take our ball and go play it somewhere else. What is wrong with politicians? Get out of my sports.
They have nothing else to do.
That's true, they do.
I mean, and sports, let's face it, everybody loves sports, so they want in on the action.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the action, the NFL. Lots to talk about as we make our picks and we work in the various news items from around the league. This one surprised me a little bit.
Big one.
Broncos at
Yeah.
Chargers. Chargers giving points. They've had trouble scoring points.
Yeah, obviously playing at home is big. I mean, this is a big game for both teams, obviously, because of playoff points. But I think the Chargers need it more based on seeding. I mean, Denver just continues to be consistent. They played terrible the first 2.5 quarters against Indianapolis and still won the game by multiple scores. So to me, this is a prove-it-to-me type game for the Chargers, and I'll take Harbaugh and company just because it's at home.
Ooh, Bobby's going Chargers. I'll go Broncos. I just don't see how the Chargers can score more points. But
The Chargers do have one of the top 5 defenses in the league, though, as far as points allowed.
yeah, but Sean Payton and Knicks they've got it going.
It's not a game that I would have said, hey, let's circle this for week
Yeah.
15 or 16, whatever it is.
True. Texans at Chiefs. Does Mahomes play? Does he not play? Yada yada. 3.5. Chiefs never. Well, the Chiefs actually did cover last week. Burned me.
Yeah. Andy Reid just came out a little bit ago. I saw on Twitter that he says, we're probably going to play him. So it looks like Mahomes is going to play, but like how mobile is he going to be? Obviously, he's had to be able to extend some plays. The Texans have the window. So a lot of people in the country still haven't seen the Texans a lot this year. They got this game, national television on Saturday. They're on Christmas Day the following week. I think the Texans make a statement. I think they get a big win on the road.
Yeah, and
Especially
all the
now,
games,
too, because Kansas City has a little buffer as far as home field advantage. They can afford to lose a game.
yes, and the teams playing Saturday also play on Christmas Day, so it's a quick turnaround.
Right.
I don't know that I'd play Mahomes this week
I don't know.
because you want him to play. If you're the NFL, you want to play on Christmas Day.
On Christmas.
So
Yep.
I will take the Texans and the point. Steelers Ravens, similar deal. They'll play on Christmas.
Mhm.
Ravens giving 6.
It's a lot. These two teams, Lamar never really plays well against that pass rush, which is understandable. Most quarterbacks don't. So I'll take Pittsburgh.
Mike Tomlin on a short week though
Yep.
is not
He
good.
gave us the stats, yeah.
So give me the Ravens. Browns Bengals, the Battle of Ohio. I guess you could plant a flag there because you can't do it at Ohio Stadium, but you could
Yeah,
do it here.
yeah. Browns are going to quarterback number 3. Dorian
Yeah,
Robinson Thompson, give me a hyphen or whatever, is starting at quarterback, so I'll take the Bengals.
yeah. Give me the Bengals. Dave Walker, you should be happy. You're going to have a win this week.
Mm-hmm.
Giants at Falcons. The Michael Penix era begins.
Yeah. Interesting that Atlanta is making this move, and
Now,
I understand. I understand Kirk Cousins has not played well, but they are still in the playoff hunt. And
yeah.
I would much rather have a quarterback with the experience of Kirk Cousins. I understand he also only has one playoff win in his career, but I
Mm-hmm.
would rather have him. But if you're going to throw Penix out there, it might as well be against a JV team like the Giants. So I'll take Atlanta.
Yeah. Why didn't you do it this past Monday against the Raiders, who are just as bad as the Giants?
I think they were trying to justify, because it's going to be a big number that they have to give up on Kirk Cousins. I think it's $45 million if they cut him. They're
Yeah,
going to
but
have to eat dead cat money.
so
So you got to ride that investment as long as you can.
Home Depot has a sale. Boom, paid for.
Yeah, it's true.
Snidely Whiplash can whip out the check. Plus, it would have helped ratings on Monday Night Football if Penix plays. But whatever. Cardinals, Panthers. Panthers are playing well of late, getting 5.
Mm-hmm. Cardinals got back healthy, but a lot of teams are getting healthy against the Patriots these days. So I'll take Arizona, even though they got the long road trip. And it's supposed to be really cold, and Kyler Murray hasn't exactly been a very good quarterback when it's sub 40.
But Bryce Young's been not a good quarterback in any temperature. So,
That's very true.
yeah, I'll go with the Cardinals. You've talked me into it. Lions at Bears. I'm shocked the line is only 6.5.
Yeah, the number of injuries that we're seeing on this Detroit team, especially on defense, is getting out of control. I mean, I think it's 9 guys that they've lost for the season on the defensive side of the football for Detroit. That being said, they're still going to be a whole lot better than the Bears. So I'll take Detroit to cover. But I think the Super Bowl aspirations for Detroit are really starting to dwindle because of the number of injuries they have on that side of the football.
The nice thing about the extended season gives them more time to heal.
Mm-hmm.
Will it help? But the Bears are getting worse.
They are.
But of course, they keep shuttling the coaching staff, so that's not helping. Give me the
Yep.
Lions as well. Titans at Colts. Why?
Yeah, Titans benching Levis again this week, probably going to Mason Rudolph, which I don't know. It's a whole lot better, but then Anthony Richardson hasn't been consistent at all.
No.
But just because of the quarterback uncertainty, and maybe you're losing the locker room in the process, I don't know what we can expect from Tennessee. So I will go Indianapolis. Don't feel real confident in that pick, though.
Yeah, I'll go with the Titans. Even though I think Taylor learned his lesson and won't drop the ball again, but still. Rams, Jets. And then it comes out today in the New York Times. The Jets would have traded for Judy, but his
Yeah.
Madden ranking
That
wasn't
ain't
high
great.
enough, and Woody Johnson didn't want him.
Yeah.
Clown show.
Clown show, and Aaron Rodgers and his little spat with Ryan Clark this week on ESPN is adding to it.
Oh, I missed
There's
that.
the clown show. I'll take the Rams.
Yeah, I'll take the Rams as well. The Jets are pathetic, to say the least. All right. Next one is my pen just ran out of ink. Is the Eagles and Commanders. 3.5. Now the Eagles are playing as well as anybody in the league. That just seems low.
Yeah, but you think about it, though, the Commanders are what, an 8 or 9 win team already. They're going to
That's
be a
true.
playoff team. I mean, I like that the way they've bounced back. They hit that stretch in the middle of the season where they were scuffling a little bit, lost 3 in a row, including a game to the Eagles. It was only 8 points, 1 possession game. I kind of like Washington in this one. I think the
Really?
mojo for Philadelphia is going to kind of run out, and maybe this is the case. They got the cornerback that they traded for from New Orleans finally going to get back healthy. Gardner Johnson play a little bit. I'm going to go with the upset and take the Commanders in this.
Bobby going with the upset. I'll go with the Eagles until they totally implode. I mean, they're winning in spite of all the adversity, the hatred. It's weird. And
They've won 10 in a row. I mean, they're kind of due to lose one, but I mean, after if they win, if they can find a way to beat the Commanders, they finish at home. Cowboys Giants. Would you have told me even the way they're playing, this team's going to be 15-2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
They're not that good,
No.
but they're finding ways to get it done.
What, a month into the season, we were talking about maybe Sirianni was going to get fired.
Yeah, they were 2-2.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
just, but that's the beauty of the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings at Seahawks seemed like they just played.
Yeah.
And the winter uniforms, got to go from
You don't like the
Minnesota.
all whites? Yeah.
It was like the Packers in all white. It doesn't look right. I mean,
Mhm.
it's nice, but I don't know. I mean, it's not like there's a lot of purple teams and they had to do something to be different.
Yeah. This is a big game for Minnesota, not for New Orleans, excuse me, Seattle. I'm
Yeah.
reading and not thinking. They're tied for first place with the Rams, and so they've got to try to
Yeah.
find a way to keep up. This one being at home, you get a couple points. I'll take Seattle. I really think they got to find a way to steal one, and this would be a steal to me. And crazy to think about, the Vikings are now tied with the Lions in the division.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
This
They're
is a
coming
really
on.
big game for both of them. Yeah.
I'll take the Vikings. They're
Yeah.
playing well. Seattle, Geno's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're off a little bit. Oh, your Patriots. Can they cover?
No.
No.
Not even close. Josh Allen and the offense will cover this spread in the first quarter.
Ooh.
The Patriots are better offensively. Team wise, the Patriots are worse than they were a year ago. Defense is worse. Special teams are worse. Mayo may be coaching for his job over the last 3 games, and they got the Bills twice.
Okay.
And this is not a good start. Yeah, I think Buffalo wins comfortably.
Okay. I'll take the Patriots. Just a hunch.
Yeah.
Jags at Raiders. Two bad teams.
Oh, you can't pay me to watch this game. I'll take the Jaguars? Question mark. I don't know. I probably need the Raiders to win so that they can get a better record and Patriots can move up the draft board.
True.
So we'll go Raiders. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, you'll go Raiders. I'll go Jags. That's okay. Niners at Dolphins. Two teams that are just like a fish out of water right now.
Yeah, I can't figure out what Miami is. I mean, they're 6-8. They're still technically in the playoff race, even though the actual the 7 playoff teams from the AFC could be decided after this week. But I also don't know what the 49ers are. I mean, they're sitting at 6-8 in the NFC, 2 games out of the first place. They need it more, but they may be playing you at running back this week.
Yeah, this could end in a tie, literally.
It could. I'll take Miami just because they're at home. Zero confidence in that pick.
Okay. I'll take the 49ers. I think Shanahan just wants to prove he can still do it. Cowboys getting 4 at home against the Bucks, who are playing well.
But need to win. More importantly, Baker Mayfield's essentially come out and said, "Hey, I'm going to force it to Mike Evans. I'm getting him his 1,000 yards." And the Cowboys aren't going to be able to stop it. So Tampa.
Yeah. I'm with you there. And finally, the Saints at Packers. Not really the greatest matchup. 14. Ugh.
14's a lot. Green Bay's offense is good. It's not. I don't know if it's good enough to cover 14. So I'll take New Orleans, even though the Saints are on quarterback number 9 or 10 of the season.
Would you have gone for the 2 like they did last week?
Yeah. On the road, you're a bad football team. You got the backup quarterback. Got nothing to lose.
I don't understand why everybody was jumping on him and saying that was a bad go to overtime, because overtime, it's not like the college overtime. It's a coin flip. You lose a coin flip, it's over. So I'll take the Packers. I don't know why. Just a hunch. Yep. So those are our picks. All right. Final word, Mr. Swofford.
Merry Christmas.
Beautiful.